Welcome back, everybody, to the Texas Stars Intermission interview. We're joined here with Stars forward Chris Mueller, who just got back here into town. What a ride for you guys. I mean, from playing as many games as you did for the Texas Stars this year, yet you knew all year that you were going to be one of those guys, if needed, to be called upon for Dallas. And it worked out. You got some great Stanley Cup playoff experience. What was that like for you to play for Dallas in the playoffs in the NHL?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty unbelievable. Growing up, you always watch. It's the best time of the year to watch playoff hockey, and it's so intense. And sitting out in Nashville the last couple of years watching the playoffs, just being around the guys, you felt like you were in the playoffs. And then watching the first two with Dallas and in Anaheim, and then all of a sudden getting put in, it's kind of a surreal feel. And a little nervous right off the bat, but it quickly got into the game. It's an intense game. You don't have time to think. You just go out, and it just feels like it's unbelievable, to tell you the truth. The crowd was unbelievable in Dallas. They gave us so much support and excitement, and it was a surreal feel. And unfortunately, it was a real tough ending the way we went out. But our guys, we played so hard. I thought we played great, and our fans are great. So, I mean, it's an unbelievable experience for me.
You've played in some big games, whether it be college or pro. Was that atmosphere in Dallas in the playoffs unlike anything you've ever played in?
No, 100%. I mean, that was unbelievable. I mean, I played in a national championship game. Played in a lot of games in Nashville who had great crowds. But I mean, that when we came out then Game 3 for warm-ups, and then just to the start, and then when the way that we won those games too in Game 3 and 4, and how we were playing in Game 6, we were it was physical. There was some fights. It was some of our goals that happened quickly. It was like the crowd was unbelievable, and we just kept saying how we were feeding off the crowd. And in our eyes, it blew Anaheim out of the water, just how loud the fans were. You can tell they haven't had a playoff game in 6 years and haven't had a win in a long time. So the support we got for them was unbelievable, and we're very thankful for that.
Dallas had to really scramble just to make the playoffs, and then you really look at that series to take the number one seed in the Western Conference as tightly as you did. It's probably bitterly disappointing to not be still playing, but you easily could have won that series.
Yeah, I mean, we felt we were the better team in the series. Maybe not during this season, and that's why they were the number one seed. But we felt we did what we wanted to do. We were physical. Our guys stepped up and played great. We competed every single shift, every game. I mean, there was 3 losses in that game, could have went either way, and we knew that. And unfortunately, we made some young mistakes at the wrong time. And Anaheim's been there before, and it's a learning experience for our team. And it wasn't by lack of effort, or it wasn't because we weren't playing good enough. We just made some critical mistakes at the wrong time, and it cost us, and it's definitely a learning experience, and it's going to make our organization stronger.
Well, even though the experience for Stanley Cup playoffs was a bit new for you, you have plenty of playoff experience with Milwaukee, and now that comes the fun part. You get to play for the Texas Stars, a team you faced against in the playoffs as early as last year. Are you excited to take a real big offensive role in this team like you have all year into the postseason?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm really excited to get back with the guys you played with most of the year, guys that helped me get to have the opportunity to play in playoffs. You owe it to them to come down and play well for them. And, I'm relieved and excited to get a home playoff game in this building rather than an away game, because I hated coming here because, we feed off our crowd just like Dallas did at the ACC. So we were really good this year at home, and I'm looking forward to see our crowd tonight and just be back with the guys and hopefully finish off the series.
Well, there's no doubt that you are a big part of the power play that's been so successful this year. They have scored twice so far, but to bring a guy like you back into the unit with Morin and McKenzie and et cetera, I'm sure you're excited to get that going again.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, everybody wants to play in the power play, and playing with those type of players, you're going to get chances. And hopefully we can just pick up where we left off in the regular season, and we get some opportunities and chances tonight and bury it. So power play, special teams is huge. You saw that up with Dallas, and I had some power play goals late in the game there basically. It's going to be huge tonight, and hopefully we get some chances and, like I said, pick up right where we left off.
Interesting maneuver. You guys are playing. I wouldn't call you guys old. I'm going to call you guys experienced. Your line tonight is going to be what some people could joke is the geriatric line, only because in comparison to these 19 and 20-year-olds that seem like they're just children. But to play with the experience of a guy like Toby Peterson, Stanley Cup playoff experience, Dustin Jeffrey, significant playoff experience, and yourself, boy, you guys know a lot about playing in the postseason.
Yeah, I mean that's I think what Willie wants us to lead is sometimes in playoff games things get crazy and chaos and your back's against the wall and you need your leaders, your older guys to step up and just maintain the composure, and our line is going to look to do that. Obviously we're going to look to lead team by offense too, but it's going to be a leadership line. It's going to be a calming. You make sure the guys are good, good in the locker room, and just lead by example out there. And if things get going crazy, hopefully we can just look at each other and calm each other down and calm the team down.
You guys are three centers. Obviously, you all can't play the same position, but let's face it, center's a lot harder to play than wing positionally. It's a different style that you have to defend a little bit more. But to have that balance, does that give you a real give and take? Because either one of the three of you can play the high guy and it allows everybody to really move and be a little more fluid?
Well, the nice thing about that is recognition when you come back in your D zone. Sometimes if you're just a straight winger, you don't like to go down low, and then you get looking around, and that hesitation might create an opportunity for them. But obviously with the center, you're always thinking you're going to be the first guy back and helping the D low. So whoever's the first guy back is just going to play center like they have been, and the other guys will fill in. So it's more about reading. Centers are usually smarter than wingers, so we should be a smart line out there and just keep our composure and lead by example.
I know you take a ton of pride in face-offs and your ability to try to win draws, not just anyone, but really big ones in particular. Because you have two other centers on that line, will we see you take a few more risks tonight?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you always cheat. I mean, that's the best draw guys in the NHL are cheating like crazy, and it's the older guys that get respect. So hopefully sometimes the older guys get respect in this league too. So I'll definitely be cheating, and with Jeff on his left side, I'll let him take some draws on his left side because he has the advantage. And if I get thrown out, those guys I'm sure can step in and win a draw, so we should be fine.
Aside from the just sheer experience of it, how much fun was it to play Stanley Cup playoff games in Dallas?
It was the best. I mean, it was the best 3 games of my career for sure. I couldn't speak enough about the crowd, the energy they brought us, and just the buzz around town. You can tell that there was pride back in Dallas for the hockey team, and with Dallas Mavericks going on too, that city was had a lot of pride in the sports teams, and we were happy to be a part of it. And unfortunately, it ended for us, but we couldn't say enough about our fan base.
Well, it maybe solves a little bit of the wound, the fact that you have more hockey to go. Chris, it's great to have you back. Thanks so much for doing this. Appreciate it. Best of luck tonight.
All right, thanks.
Chris Mueller joining us here in the Intermission interview. You're listening to the Texas Stars Hockey Network.